Mzee Bwana Shah ambaye ndiye founder wa kampuni hii na wakurugenzi wenzake, wafanyikazi wote wa hapa, hamjambo nyote? Hamjambo tena? Kwani hamna furaha jameni? Na job imepatikana? Let me begin by saying that I am indeed delighted to preside over the official opening of the Bidco Industrial Park. You all note with satisfaction that this park is not only modern, but it is also energy efficient, and it will significantly enhance our local manufacturing sector. Let me, as I have already done, but repeat again, opportunity to congratulate you, Mzee, and indeed the entire Bidco Africa group for this very, very visible expression of confidence in Kenya's investment climate. Indeed, from the very first investment made by the Bidco Group 34 years ago in 1985, to today as we open this ultra-modern facility, this is complete evidence of the highest demonstration of patriotism and faith in the country's economic prospects by the Bidco Group. Asanteni sana, pongezi. So today also marks a significant milestone towards the realization of my administration's aspirations to grow the contribution of our manufacturing sector to the national cake from its current 8.4% to 15% over the medium term. Expansion of our manufacturing sector undoubtedly holds the key to the realization of job creation, in particular for our youth. I am, in this respect, very impressed that this facility has already created 1,000 direct jobs, 5,000 indirect jobs through the Bidco distribution channel, and as the company grows, will hire a lot more of our young Kenyans to work here. What pleases me most, actually, is that through contract farming, the Bidco Group has engaged over 35,000 farmers from across the country who supply them with soya, sunflower produce, and many other products. And this, in essence, is what we're trying to achieve as a nation. A manufacturing sector that links other product sectors of our economy into the manufacturing value chain. This investment by Bidco Africa Group would not have been possible without the right conditions being in place, and certainly not without a good measure of trust by the investors. Even the issues that remain as outstanding challenges to business, I promise today, it will be resolved by the government. We shall resolve all of them. And let me assure you that this faith is not misplaced. As a government, we remain committed to do even more to improve the investment climate. Our focus is on implementing more business-friendly policies designed to reduce the manufacturing cost in Kenya and thereby enhance our manufacturing sector's global competitiveness. These policies are being implemented with a single-minded desire for results. We, as many may already know, are in this respect using a whole-of-government approach under the framework of National Development and Implementation Committee that I put in place at the beginning of this year and that meets every week. Through this framework, we have addressed various impediments that have been a hindrance to the sustained growth of our local manufacturing base. And amongst these challenges are issues such as counterfeit and illicit goods, dumping, VAT refunds, taxation policies on manufacturing, government pending payments, energy costs, port and transport logistic delays, bureaucratic red tape, corruption, multiplicity of regulatory fees and levies, market access for locally made goods, amongst many other concerns. Allow me to expound very briefly on some of the interventions that have been spearheaded by my administration. On the matter of transport and logistics delay, I have recently put in place measures to reduce the number of regulators operating in our ports of entry and the inland container depots. This has already seen an immediate reduction in the turnaround time for clearance of imported goods. In the same vein, the extension of the standard gauge railway line to Naivasha will be complete in a matter of months, and the revitalization of Kisumu Port is firmly on track. These investments, when complete, will ease the movement of cargo both within the country and the region. And I take note of what you have said, Mheshimiwa Raila, and we will see if we can reduce costs slightly to encourage more people to use outward bound cargo on the SGR. With regard to the cost of energy, the government has continued to invest in the diversification of the national energy mix, leaning heavily in favor of renewables like wind, geothermal, solar, all of which have lower feed-in tariffs than thermal energy. This year alone, we have seen the injection of over 310 renewable energy onto our grid. In addition to this, my administration has commenced the implementation of a 30% reduction in electricity cost rebate for manufacturers. This itapunguza tena bei ya stima. Hiyo mnasema. We are also having taken on special requests for further rebates to be extended to the textile and steel mill subsectors. These, I want to assure you, will be enacted before the end of this year. With respect to taxation policy matters, my administration has started to address the huge amounts of accumulated VAT refunds. As of this morning, the amount of Kenya shillings 14.7 billion has been refunded to affected businesses, while another 24.6 billion is currently in the process of verification by the Kenya Revenue Authority. In addition, my administration has proposed, as part of the Finance Bill 2019, the reduction of VAT withholding tax from 6% to 2%. My administration has also, in the last month, released in excess of Kenya shillings 50 billion towards addressing the hereto large pending payments that have accumulated at both the national and county government levels. These amounts include payments to local manufacturers and suppliers, most of whom are SMEs that form the bedrock of our economy. Our market access for locally manufactured products, my administration has put in place a list of products that will receive exclusive preference through purchase by all ministries and state departments. First to receive this preferential treatment of government procurement are manufacturers of locally assembled motor vehicles. We have also commenced the implementation of the Buy Kenya, Build Kenya policy and local content policy, all of which are expected to expand the local market for goods and services manufactured here in Kenya. On the matters relating to counterfeit, illicit goods and dumping, you will note that under the stewardship of the multi-agency task force, our relentless war against these vices has started to bear fruit across the entire spectrum of the local manufacturing sector, including the edible oils industry, where Bidco Africa is one of the strongest players. All these industries, and I think Vimal, you can confirm this, have in the last 6 months witnessed increased sales occasioned by the steady elimination of competing counterfeit products from the Kenyan market. Na hiyo sasa uandike hao na uongeze kasi. Having given this very brief insight into the measures that my administration has undertaken to improve the business environment, it is also instructive to note the design and substance of these interventions by the government are a result of my administration's open door policy with the business community. Many here will attest to the hours that we have spent together under my chairmanship with captains of industry and government policymakers, jointly troubleshooting and finding common solutions for the challenges that have for so many years afflicted the competitiveness of our manufacturing sector. It is therefore quite gratifying to see tangible commitments coming through from the private sector in the form of manufacturing concerns such as the facilities that we have commissioned here today. This, together with other manufacturing entities that have been commissioned over the last few months, and many more, as Minister Munya has said, that are coming online in the next couple of months, are indeed early signs of the success we are bound to make in the realization of the Big Four agenda if we continue to work together. Whereas my administration continues to invest aggressively towards addressing the structural deficit so as to improve the business environment, the huge financial outlay required cannot be met exclusively by the state. And it is for this reason that my government has put in place the necessary incentives for the development of the special economic zones and industrial parks by the private sector. So to see Bidco Africa heeding this clarion call and developing a world-class industrial park that will go a long way towards meeting the needs of investors, especially in the manufacturing sector, is indeed a grateful sight to see. I want to conclude by once again congratulating the Bidco Africa Group for making this impressive flagship investment in Kenya, and more importantly, for proudly carrying the Kenya flag high within the East African region while seeking to expand your business operations into new territories within our common market. Pongezi na hongera sana. Wenzangu, leo ni siku ya furaha kwa sababu tuko hapa kuanzisha kiwanda ambacho wenzetu wa Bidco wameweka pesa zao na za wawekezaji wengine hata kutoka nchi za nje, tuje tuweze kuwa na hii viwanda ambavyo vitatusaidia kupanua uchumi wetu na pia kuhakikisha ya kwamba nafasi za kazi zimepatikana haswa kwa vijana wa taifa hili letu la Kenya. Mambo haya ndiyo ya muhimu, na mambo haya haiwezekani bila kuwa na nchi ambaye iko na amani, bila kuwa na nchi ambaye iko na umoja, bila kuwa na viongozi ambao wako tayari kufanya kazi pamoja kwa niaba ya wananchi ambao Mwenyezi Mungu ametupatia nafasi ya kuwaongoza. Mimi nataka kuwashukuru kila mmoja ambaye amehusika kutufikisha pahali ambapo tuko hapa leo, kwa kutusaidia kuweka amani kwa taifa letu, kulete Wakenya pamoja, ndio wafanyabiashara na wawekezaji wengine wawe na nafasi ya kuwa na environment ambaye inawezesha viwanda kama hii tumefungua leo kufanyika. Na vile mmesikia Waziri Munya hapa akisema, sio kiwanda hii peke yake, tuko na zaidi ya viwanda 40 ambaye zimekamilika au ziko karibu kukamilika, viwanda mpya ambazo ni wawekezaji kutoka nchi mbalimbali. Na kwa sababu ya yale wameona sisi kama Wakenya tukiyatekeleza, haswa ujenzi wa barabara, kupanua mambo ya kawi na kuongeza stima ambaye inatembea kwa grid na kustabilize, na pia amani ya kisiasa ambaye iko. Juzi mulituona Eldoret tukifungua kiwanda cha Rivertex huko. Hapo awali tulikuwa Thika tukifungua kiwanda hapo ya kuunganisha magari, na tumesema kama serikali hicho kiwanda ambacho kiko Thika, hiyo kiwanda ambacho iko Nairobi na zingine ambazo ziko Mombasa, gari zote za serikali ambazo zinatumiwa katika taifa letu la Kenya, hakuna gari ingine isipokuwa zile ambazo zinaundwa hapa katika taifa letu la Kenya. Hiyo ndio kuhakikisha ya kwamba vijana wetu wamepata kazi. Hata mimi sijui nitaingia hiyo, lakini tutafika tu, lakini wote, sisi wote lazima tutafanya namna hiyo, kwa sababu hiyo ndio njia ya kuhakikisha vijana wamepata kazi. Mambo ya computers, tuko na kiwanda kule Eldoret ambaye inaunda computers, na hapa pia Juja tuko na kiwanda ambaye inaunda computers. Hakuna kompyuta ya serikali ambaye itanunuliwa bila zile zinatengenezwa katika hivi viwanda vyetu. Mwezi wa April mwaka ujao tutafungua pia kiwanda ya kutengeneza televisions, mambo ya mobile phones kule Dedan Kimathi University kule Nyeri. Pia tuwe tunanunua hata simu zile tunatumia, TV ambazo tunaangalia, tununue zetu, sio kugojea zile zinatoka nje za nje, na ndio hii vijana wetu wapate kazi. Hii ndio njia pekee ya kumaliza umaskini katika taifa letu la Kenya. Na mimi nawaomba Wakenya wote, tafadhali, njooni tuungane. Njooni tufanye kazi pamoja. Njooni tupambane na ufisadi na tuhakikishe ya kwamba pesa za umma, kodi ambaye tunaiokota kwa niaba ya Wakenya, itumike kuhakikisha ya kwamba tumeimarisha maisha ya wananchi wenzetu. Sio tu kila saa ni siasa. Uongozi utakuja na Mungu ndio anapatiana uongozi, na uchaguzi utakuja na utaisha. Kenya haiendi pahali wenzangu. Serikali ya Kenya bado itakuwa. Kwa hivyo hakuna haja ya kila saa kuwa tunachochea wananchi wa Kenya kila saa siasa. Hakuna, tufanye kazi. Ule atachaguliwa, uragadhuru ni wagadhuru gainiwe uwi. Me, I don't mind. Lakini hii saa kila saa kuambiwa sasa ni wakati ya kazi. Au mnasemaje wenzangu? Mnakubaliana na mimi wenzangu? Mwambie viongozi tunataka kazi. Tunataka watu wapatane. Tunataka watu washirikiane pamoja. Tuinue hali ya maisha ya Wakenya. Na ndio tukizeeka huko tuseme yale ambayo tulifanya, tulibadilisha sura, tulibadilisha maisha ya Wakenya, na tukawacha nchi ambayo iko na amani, uhuru na maendeleo, na umaskini umeisha. Leo asubuhi nilikutana na warembo wengine ambao nasikia walikuwa wameshindana Kenya mzima, ni mrembo gani atakuwa rais wa kwanza. Inaitwa Mrs. President au Madam President? Mrs. President, Madam President. So nikawaambia, walikuja kunihoji leo, kuniuliza mimi maswali, mimi nikajibu ile niliweza kujibu. Alafu nikawaambia kwa sababu mnataka kuwa marais wa nchi, njooni muone kazi kidogo kidogo ile rais anafanya.